9 finished study tools from one free Google app in about 4 minutes of work. I dropped Stanford's giant annual AI report into it and got back a 21-minute podcast I can literally talk to, a mind map, 60 flashcards, a quiz with explanations, an infographic, a slide deck, a data table, and a research report built from 63 fresh sources. This is the full course, and by the end, you'll know every single button. One quick heads up first. Notebook LM is gone. In July, Google renamed it Gemini Notebook. Same product, new name, and it now syncs with the Gemini app with Google search integration on the way. More than 30 million people use this thing, and most of them use about 10% of it. So here's the whole app in one sentence, and nothing after this will feel complicated. The left panel is what it knows, your sources. The middle is where you talk to it, and the right panel, the studio, is where it builds things for you. Sources, chat, studio. That's the entire mental model. Step 1. Feed it. Click Add Sources, and you can drop in PDFs, Google Docs and slides, websites, plain copied text, even YouTube videos. It reads the transcript. Free accounts get 50 sources per notebook, and Pro takes 300. But here's the shortcut most people miss. You don't have to hunt for sources at all. Type a topic into the search box and it goes out to the web for you. I typed Stanford AI Index Report 2026, hit Fast Research, and 30 seconds later, it came back with 10 sources. The official report chapters, news coverage, even a YouTube breakdown. One click imports everything. The notebook went from empty to loaded, and I never opened a tab. Now, the part that makes this different from a normal chatbot. The chat only answers from your sources. I asked for the 5 most surprising findings for someone planning their career, and look at what came back. Employment for young software developers down nearly 20% from its peak. Computer science enrollment dropping. And every single claim carries a little numbered chip. Hover it and it shows you the exact passage in the exact source it came from. If the answer isn't in your sources, it tells you it doesn't make things up. And this isn't a toy. The chat holds up to 1 million tokens of context on every plan. Your conversations now save to history. And you can give it a role and a goal, so it answers like a tutor or an examiner or a skeptical reviewer. Now the famous one. Audio Overview turns your sources into a podcast with 2 AI hosts. But don't just click the button, click the little arrow next to it, and you get the control room. 4 formats, a deep dive, a quick brief, a critique of your material, or a full debate between the 2 hosts. 3 lengths, a long list of languages, and a focus box where you steer the episode. I told it to focus on the numbers a working professional should know, and a few minutes later, it handed me a 21-minute episode called Why Smart AI Fails Simple Tasks. 2 hosts unpacking the whole report with a download button so it rides along on your commute. And here's the part that still feels like science fiction tape: interactive mode. Press play, tap join, and you can interrupt the podcast and ask the hosts a question with your voice. They answer from your sources, then pick the episode right back up. Studying on your commute just became a conversation. Video Overview does the same trick as actual video. 3 formats now: a bite sized short, a structured explainer with slides and diagrams, or the new cinematic mode, which writes a script and generates rich visuals scene by scene. Here's what it built from my report. Mind map is the fastest way to see the shape of a topic. One click, and the whole report becomes a branching tree. Every node expands into subtopics, and clicking any of them drops you back into chat with that branch loaded as your question. Big picture first, details on demand. If this is saving you time, hit subscribe because it's free. And to back the work tab, join here or the supporter button on Facebook. Now, the document factory. The reports button is a document factory. 4 standard formats: briefing doc, study guide, blog post, or create your own with custom structure and tone. And look at this. It also reads your sources and invents formats they deserve. For my report, it suggested a strategic risk assessment and a conceptual primer on its own. I generated the briefing doc, executive summary, critical takeaways, every line cited. For actual studying, 2 builders. Flashcards made 60 cards from my sources. Press space to flip, and there's an explain button when an answer surprises you. The quiz runs 10 questions with hints, and when you answer, it explains why every option is right or wrong. And because it's all grounded, a wrong answer points you at the exact passage to reread. 2 more that people sleep on. Data table pulls every number out of your sources into a clean, structured table. Infographic turns the whole notebook into a designed one-page graphic. This is real. It pulled 53% adoption and the $285 billion investment number straight from the report. And yes, there's a slide deck builder too. And now, the feature that turns this from a study app into a research department. Deep research. Flip the source search from fast to deep. Ask a real question. I asked which jobs are most exposed to AI by 2027 term. And it plans a multi-step research run, browses the web on its own, and writes a full report. Mine came back citing 63 sources: the World Economic Forum, the IMF, university labs. One more click, and all 63 become sources in the notebook. I started with 10. I now have 74. Here's the 15-minute loop to steal. 1. Dump everything about a topic into one notebook. Your files, plus one fast research run. 2. Generate the briefing doc and read it. That's 5 minutes. 3. Podcast on the commute and interrupt the hosts the moment something's unclear. 4. Quiz yourself and let the wrong answers tell you exactly what to reread. That is a personal university for any topic on earth at $0. Screenshot this screen. The honest fine print. Free gets 100 notebooks, 50 sources each, 3 audio and 3 video generations a day, and 10 deep research runs a month. Pro raises all of it. The newest agentic features, like the cloud computer that writes and runs real code, are still rolling out beyond Ultra and business plans. And it can still be wrong. The citations are your safety rail. Click them. I packed this whole course into a printable cheat sheet. Every feature, every limit, and the 15-minute loop. It's free. Comment the word notebook, and my bot sends it over. Or grab it at hyperautomation.co/free/notebook. And if you're just getting started with AI tools, my beginner guides are in the description. See you in the next one.